Hello and welcome back. Design number 4 is just these two little wings, I call that. And even if it's so simple, it's very crucial to know how to make that, because when you're creating your own projects and you're creating different shapes, it's good to know how to change yarn color, how to add yarn color to your granny square depending what you're trying to create. So I think this one is super easy and is truly beginner friendly. If you know how to make granny square, you can do it your way, or you can just do like I do, as I chain 4 and I place 4 clusters of 3 double crochet and chain 2 in between each corner. I do not place any stitches in between clusters on each side of the square. And again, I do go back, which kind of like I'm working in rows instead of rounds when I start my new round. The reason why I'm doing that is this allows me to place my cluster in the middle of the chain spaces in the corner. But if you are already doing your own way and you're very familiar with and you like the way you're doing, just go for it. Continue doing what you normally do. But you can just learn in 2025 25 different designs when we're creating this blanket. This is the simplest design this year, but how I said is equal important, and we will place those designs in a special way so our blanket will look beautifully. Also this year we will be using plain one color granny squares. And of course, this information is just for you as a guide, and you can create your own blanket. But if you want to create exactly the blanket I am making, we will need 17 purple squares and 14 gray. Okay, so now let's do this. I never start this design in the beginning because it's hard that I have to make one cluster and wait until I get to the end to finish the second cluster. So I choose any corner I want to make this cluster, and later I just arrange my square in the design the way I wish. Okay, so we start exactly the same way, and we have to make 3 clusters. So we already have 1 and we're making 2 more, but before we finish that third one, we will change the yarn color. Always change yarn color before you finish the last stitch. And I just attach the yarn just like that and continue with the contrasting color yarn. So I'm making only 2 clusters in the corner, and I'm making sure that I carry my gray color yarn to the other side. And also I'm making sure that my yarn tension is not too tight. I do not want to pull that gray color yarn too tight to the other side. And we're changing yarn color again, and we are done. We can cut this yarn now and just work with main color yarn again. So you're working all the way around, and then at the end you will add 1 more round as a border round. Before we move further, let me show you. The design technically is just a corner, but the design will look different if you add that extra round. So if you're planning to have only the corner, you will stop now, or you will make additional row or rows before the corner design. And again, there is so many possibilities how to place stitches in the granny square, and this is just one of them. So let's use all of them that we can create some beautiful designs in the whole blanket itself. This is my last row or round, and I just go making regular clusters with my main color yarn. And for myself, I created another roll with this blanket that I will be connecting with mattress stitch. That means all front loops from each of my granny square will be visible on the right side. So I want to be sure that I recreate that front loop each time I'm finishing my granny square. And this is how I do that. You're going under you recreate the last loop, and now you're making extra back loop, and all the stitches looks identical now. If you need instruction how to connect with mattress stitch, there is a video on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this project, and I know it's very simple, but if you're truly beginner, even this one can be challenging. So let me know if you have any questions, and I really thank you for crocheting with me today and supporting handmade art. Handmade art, it's fun, very nice hobby to have, and also you creating your own items. Have a great day, and I hope I will see you next time.